Using useful equipment here, a super secure model 8040
with a D104 microphone tailored to the machine, and that goes through a Dentron super tuner with an inverted V at 35 feet. We are receiving on the National NC300 receiver. And for those that are interested, we do have a website, and the URL for that is www.westcoastami.com. That's www.westcoastami.com. When I call on you, give your call, name, make and model of your equipment. If you have any buy or sell items or wanted items, please list them at that time and let me know if you'd like to stay around for the roundtable immediately following the net. Let's do about a 30-second tune-up. You can zero BC if you like. I'm at 38.040. Make that 049. And please identify during the tune-up procedure. 6BZY.
WE6 Jacks Kings and 9.
Rebel Alpha 7, Radio Hotel at 879.
And I got either Bob and A7RH is recorded. Okay, well, we will see to the check-in portion of the net. And first up is Jeff, KK6IRZ. You're up, and 6BZY. Oh, what happened to Jeff? I'll go try him again later. John, K6ZTA, 6BZY.
Yeah, 6BZY, K6ZTA. Yeah, I think he may have run out of water again and gone to get some water. Anyway, Canada's Vaughn, Victor Oscar November, and I'm in Woodland Hills, out here in the West San Fernando Valley, and my AMI number is 1757. I'm using the Viking 2, Johnson Viking 2 with 100 watts of carrier, and going through a Heathkit 2060 tuner up to my inverted V, hanging off my 55-foot tower, and the receiver is an SX96, and the microphone is a D104. Okay, well, I'll just keep it short because, yeah, just as long as it's the check-in time, let's just keep it going. And, yeah, just say no on the swap and probably no on the round table. So, anyway, N6BZY, K6ZTA.
Okay, K6ZTA and 6BZY. Boy, I hope my voice holds up here. Next up we have John. 6 US on the big Mamu in 6BZY.
Thank you. I'm 6 US. Big Mamu is throttled back to 110 watts, which is a Kazoo bar.
but I guess it's you guys have coached me, and it's doing good to do right now. And so my number is 1258. And to our bee stories, and they're starting to clean out the backyard. There's a big dumpster out in front that has lots of dirt and lots of plants removed from the back, so there's lots of sweat equity in store for us to turn this into an actual MA40 crank-up antenna in the mode of W6 ZUM. That's his antenna. Back to net. This is WA6JUS. We'll be on the round table.
Okay, John. Good signal, and the interference seems to be backing off here, which is good. Okay, next up we have Larry, KN6IYC and 6BZY.
Shoot the breeze a little bit, and certainly Bill Jeff and I, KK6IRZ, always good to catch people out there with those AM signals. Anyway, that's it from that part.
Okay, very good there. Your machine is doing, the Ranger's doing just fine now with the 40 watt. I forgot to mention I'm running about 300 watts a carrier here. Could push it harder, but no reason to do that. Over to Phil in 6WHK and 6BZY.
6BZY, November 6th, Whiskey Hotel Kilo. Well, thank you very much, Paul, for running the net. And everybody that's on the net, nice hearing you all. AMI is 1661, running the normal equipment, Johnson Viking Ranger, Hammerline HQ 110, L4B, about 200 watts, plus or minus a little bit. A Johnson Matchbox to keep it in control. A D104 to modulate it. A 610 scope to watch the modulation and make sure it's halfway right. About 235 feet of wire and a kind of a diamond configuration, which I'm going to have to do some work on here one of these days very, very soon. So that's basically it. I'm listening to everybody's golden tones on a Hammerline speaker, and everybody is sounding beautiful so far. With that, back to net control, and I won't be around for the round table, Paul. And 6 WHK.
Okay, Phil. N6WHK and 6BZY. Okay, very good. And next we go to Santa Monica by the Bay. K6LGL and 6BZY.
Good evening to you, Paul, and all the other AM enthusiasts and the vicinity. It's a little noisy, but conditions, so yes, but Skip in Santa Monica. I'm running my Benson Harbor light metal, at least a solid state at DX100. Microphone. Receiving a couple of different pieces of equipment, including a almost state-of-the-art SDR receiver and a backup, the PMR-8 from our friend Michigan. So the special. Okay, my AMI number is 1326. Hey, enjoy hearing your voice. Glad you're here. And hey, good luck with the net, Paul. And keep the activity going. We appreciate it. Back to you, N6BZY, T6 little green lights.
Okay, very good there, Skip. K6LGL and 6BZY. Okay, next one is Bob, WA9JIB. BZY.
N6BZY, WA9JIB. Bob over here in La Cañada. Wow, you got to me real quick. Where is everybody tonight? I thought I was going to be right at the end here. Oh, VWS, QQU, and all those guys. Anyway, it's Bob here in La Cañada. Beautiful day. Warm today, actually. Still got the windows open a little bit. And a nice walk up my hill after work. And a friend of mine who lives a few blocks up above, and we walked to the end of the road. And I came down just as the dusk was setting in. I got to get back in before the bears come out. So anyway, just a beautiful day here. I had a great weekend. My musical group had a nice gig on Saturday night, not too far from here, and Christmas songs and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun. Still eating leftovers from that party. So busy weekend though. D104 mic starts the chain off, goes into a Johnson Viking Valiant version 1.0. I get maybe 145 watts out of it, and then that all goes on up to my inverted V dipole, hangs off my 35-foot mast. Inverted V, of course. Receiver Hammerland HQ129 X-ray. And let's see, no MI number, no bright flop. Short list, little QRMary, but I am copying everybody. So, yeah, I think if there's a round table, I'll hang out for a cycle. I'm relaxing tonight, so I make that an affirmative for me, Paul, if there is one. N6BZY WA9JIB.
IRZ back. Okay, Jeff, why don't you go ahead and take your transmission now? Okay, yeah, sorry about that. The wife had a little errand for me to do right in the middle of it, and she says I jump, so... But that's okay. That's all of my own thinking and no problem at all. And I'm back now anyway, so good evening, Bob, and I heard Skip, and then of course the other guys here earlier. I'm not sure who else is in here. Sounded like Bob was saying there's a short list. So who knows? Maybe we'll get 2 times around, 3 times around, 4 times around. I'll try to stay for the round table. It seems like I'm hearing everybody okay, so we'll do that, and we'll send it back over to you then, Paul. Very good. M6BZY. With the group, this is KK6IRZ. Okay, KK6IRZ and 6BZY, very good. Bringing in signal as usual. And speaking of good signals, we're going to send it to George, W8VG, in Arizona, N6BZ and a Y.
Very good, Paul, N6BZY. And the net this evening, here is W8 Victor Golf, out here in Oro Valley, Arizona, about 10 miles north of downtown Tucson, the old Pueblo. And yeah, I got some good signals here tonight also, Paul, hearing you quite nicely, nice and strong. And I'm listening on the R390, but I go back and forth between that and KFS if I'm getting some interference. Right now, I'm not hearing very much of it. I think it's cleared out, which is good. Anyways, let's see. I'm running the big rig tonight, back on it, 813s, modulated by 813s, full legal limit, and listening on the 390. Antenna's an inverted beeper 160 fed with regular ladder line down here to a homebrew link tuner. Don't have a whole lot going on here. It's just a lot of mundane stuff, Paul. Getting cars fixed and putting up Christmas lights. I do a little bit of that every day. I think I'm almost close to being done. Did get on this afternoon. Yeah, had a nice rag chew with Larry, IYC. Hello out there, Larry. And we had a fester here this weekend up in Mesa, so I went up to that and got to see a lot of the guys from Phoenix. After 10 years of talking to Bob, NA7R each on the air, finally got to eyeball with him. We just ran face-to-face with each other there in the flea market. We seem to have missed each other last couple of years I've been up there. And hello to Bob, heard him in there tonight. Anyways, AMI number is 1814. Nothing to buy, sell, swap, or trade. I'm sitting on all kinds of stuff here I'm working on slowly. And I'm not going to stay around for the round table, Paul, but I'll probably go over to one of my old receivers here for a little bit and listen. And maybe one of my old Halicraft to listen for a bit before I turn in tonight. Anyways, thanks for running the net. Doing a great job. Everybody's nice and got good signals down here into Tucson. Back over to you, N7BZY, W8VG.
Okay, W8VG and 6BZY, very good. Outstanding audio as usual. Okay, let's ship it right into Northern California, WA6JKN. You're up, Kevin, and 6BZY.
Okay, good. Thank you for turning it over to me.
Just in case you're listening duplex, Kevin, you're cutting out audio quite a bit.
Everybody tonight. Swap, no roundtable tonight. Thank you very much for running the Monday night AMI, Paul. So I'm going to send it back to you. Take care and the very best to everyone and your families. N6BZY. This is WA6JKN, Tyler, Texas.
Okay, very good, Kevin. Yeah, I forgot you were in Texas there, remote. You were having a little trouble when you first came on, but it cleared up. I guess you figured out what it was. So, but you're doing just fine. So, glad you could join us. Okay, let's send it up to NA7RH and 6BZY.
Oh boy. The N6BZY, NA7RH. I found myself in untuned up or unprepared positions, both on the tune-up. That's why the tune-up took so long and I was identifying so late, is I had to tune up the whole thing during the tune-up. So, and this time I was over listening to my R55, which I have to switch to standby or it gets tuned, so, and it keeps back. Anyway, good evening all. Great to see George at the swap on Saturday. That was great. That was fun. Well, this is not too far away from me, but it's a nice drive, nice long drive from Tucson, so I'm very appreciative that he came up and visited with us. And what else? Let's see, I'm still running the old 6DQ5 sweep tube special, an 8236 modulated by 4 1625s in parallel push-pull, mostly out of the ARRL handbook 1961 through 64. So, no on the swap, no on the round table, AMI number 1543, and I guess that's about it. Back to you, Paul. N6BZY in the net, NA7RH.
Okay, NA7RH and 6BZY. Okay, them sweep tubes are making it out here from New Mexico quite nicely. Okay, that's the list as I have it. Do we have anybody else that would like to check in? Come now, N6BZ and a Y. Okay, nothing heard. Well, I'm glad that interference finally calmed down. Almost back to normal. Okay, with that, we will go to the roundtable portion. And we have Jeff to kick it off, KK6IRZ, followed by John, WA6JUS, possibly Skip, K6LGL, Bob, WA9JIB. So you gentlemen are welcome to the frequency. And 6BZ and a Y, going that way.